Well, hello everyone. It's been a bit of a hot minute there. I'm back. And obviously now, Disco Elysium is no longer as it was before. It's now on the final cut, which means that every voice line, everything else is acted. I have revised where I was, because I've not played this game at all since I last played it to upload to here, which was last year. I've had a few things going on, so my time has been limited, and I took some time off after working on some other things. But here we are. I have work to do. I have things to get on with. Specifically, if I look at my journal, I have a few things I definitely need to get started on. So first of all, after 9 PM smoke on the balcony, I need to call back Alice, because I don't remember when I last tried that. And I've got a number of these other tasks, such as Hardy Boys, asking Classier questions, and some things just need time. So I'm actually going to head off. Well, first of all, I want to experience Kitsuragi's new dialogue, which would be nice. I like Kitsuragi.
Yes?
Here. Right, is there anything around? Just, you seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yeah. That's racist. No, it's not. You're kidding me? Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Yes. So as you can see, there's now full voice acting, which means I have a lot less to say in general, which is actually fine. It is harmless. However, I'm looking forward to experiencing the rest of the game as is, with the additional voice work. So first thing I'm going to do is head back to the car and make a phone call. If you're lucky, I might be slightly more inclined to edit things, so I might skip to the location. Maybe, maybe not.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Well, that's a voice. I would love to know who that is, because that is very distinctive. That is a very distinctive voice.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Right. Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Not yet, but I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning. Do you have any other questions?
Nope, I am done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Indeed I did. So I guess there's a narrator's voice. And now the question is that just passive dialogue, or do you actually want to talk to me?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Ah. The racist. No trouble. She's going to be fine. Not so much. I don't know. The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But is she in trouble?
There is going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Why Tommy Lahom?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Good luck with that, Tommy.
Yeah, you too. Be safe, detective.
So I've got 30 minutes to kill before I can do the other objective. What I will do is I will noodle about, pass some time, have an investigate, and as soon as we're ready to proceed with the smoker in the balcony, in 2 hours, don't know why I thought it was 7:30, in 2 hours, we can come back to this. But until that point I have time to pass. If anything interesting happens, I will obviously bring us back. Okay, it's 8:55 and we're about to pay a gentleman a visit on the other side of there. So we will see what he has to say. I can't remember his case involved. This is one of the slight problems of not playing something for a long time. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, I mean, I'll have to pass 5 minutes. Shouldn't be too hard to do. It will come back to me eventually. Of course, we've been through here. Yes. Okay, so it's the apartment we've already mostly been through. With a hole in the corner there. That's the communist room. The place that woman was, I believe, clearing out. The insurance lady, who I've already spoken to, is over here. Dead door. The lady. And the trashed rooms. Okay, let's head up. Be interesting to see what we can get out of this particular line of inquiry. Hold on a second. Huh. Okay, well that was unexpected and interesting. I'm in the wrong place, 1, and 2, I've just gained some information. Cool. See, it's only been 3 months, 4 months. It's only been an extensive period of time. But you know, I'm glad to be doing this again. It's a shame, really. I'm somewhat of a fan, but haven't made the time. No. To just clear through the title as exceptional as this. Huh. Okay, so there's some pollution. Where was that twitching curtain? It was there, yeah. damage. Pry these open. So that's got someone in. Okay. Let's do some police work.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Now let me just check. That is the room.
This door is made. No one answers.
We should return in the evening, at 9 p.m. the earliest.
Hey, let's have a chat, Kitsuragi.
Yes?
Let's pass some time.
What do you want to know?
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
You know, I'm in on retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
Cop-off.
It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Bless you, Kitsuragi.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Yeah. What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
It is a wonderful place. Yeah, that's true.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
Occurs in every line of work, I suppose. So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. Well, it's just hit 9, and he's teleported out the door, so...
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Oh god, well, let's just finish this conversation in front of the witness. That'll be fine. I am an experimental cop. I am a lesson. I am a case-solving machine. I am an augury. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm going to leave why I was sent unspecified. Yeah, well, I'm still trying down the sensible, actually doing the job route, so let's go with unspecified.
The silence carries.
Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Oh, that's a nice blue logic test. I have actually got 1 experience point saved up to spend to redo tests if I need to. Let's give it a roll.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, Dumb brain. I am good for nothing.
You look dumb if you keep
Oh.
the lieutenant waiting for too long.
Oh. Well, I better take something, because otherwise my morale is very low. Well, that was of value. My logic is currently 5. I don't particularly want to push that higher for no reason, just to get a retry on that skill test. But all these secret quests are very fun to find. I am currently processing that. I do have spare slots, but I'm not keen to really screw myself over. Yeah, all red checks fail. That was a mistake. Don't recommend the precarious world. Really bollocks you for a while. Okay, let's do this guy.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yes, the cleaning lady let us in.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Yeah, no interest in answering that because your definition is going to vary. I was hoping to talk to a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the murder scene. Yes, indeed.
Then I have some good news for you.
His eyes narrow. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Yeah, I want to talk to you first.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Fine, then.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Thank you, perception.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Okay. Well, I have a skill point now, so that's groovy.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him. Let's go, Kim. We have to interview a Sunday friend.
Right after you.
I'm actually really tempted to retry that logic because I've got a skill point now. And logic is generally useful. Or I could just be sensible and hold on to it when I need it. That would be great. Alright. Tally ho. Oh, and there's a lot to look at in here. A quarterly business magazine. Delightful. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Men's perfume. Good sign. A free kimono. Party dragon silk robe. Sounds spectacular. Me oh my. It's actually good. Interestingly, I've never had indirect modes of taxation. That's never come up. Party Dragon Silk Robe, +1 drama, +1 electrochemistry. Nice. Buckets of paint. Okay, so somebody's a painter or is painting. I wouldn't call that exquisite. Yeah, fine, I'll take this random hat. Alright. Okay, so it's one of just a regular kind of chap, I guess. Let's speak with this gentleman.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Marvelous. Politicians now.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
I would love evidence. That would be marvelous.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
No. No, business. I absolutely will not. On another playthrough, maybe. Hello, Mr. Villadrin. Let's get started.
Of course. Let me just say it has been an emotional week for me.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air comes in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Let's start with some small talk. What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay. Well, I know what the price stability is, and I know what international community is, given that insert comment about my country excising itself from one. Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay. So are you some kind of bureaucrat? You clearly are. Please give me some more details.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Oh. Okay, this is an interesting way of managing government. So when I said I was a thrall to foreign interest, what I should have said is I'm a moral intern, bitch. Let's not agitate this individual. So we're actually working for the moral intern. That doesn't seem so bad.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Are you a moralist? I don't have his name yet. That's important.
But of course.
Am I a moralist? That's a weird question to ask, but why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
And what about the rest of Ravachol?
Ravachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Right. Well, moralism sounds boring. Relatively pseudo-valid point about foreign occupation and self-government. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? Well placed as option number 4, alternatively option D. And frankly, I'm trying to run a police investigation, not have a moralistic argument, so D.
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
It's the most professional. Well done, game, for criticising yourself. It's usually the most boring one.
Not boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are.
Thank you.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
I could ask questions, but let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Is it because you did it? Well, that's a pointless question. We've already worked out that we're only missing one person, and that's a driver, probably female. Start from the beginning, please.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
10 points to me. How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Yep. Well, whoever was carrying the body would have weighed more. That's the real kicker. What happened next?
I went back inside.
Great.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men or women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
If only I had the insetting knowledge to utilize that. What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch.
My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was like about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
And that's all. I've got all I need.
A moment, officer.
Oh, okay, fine.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Oh. That's oddly specifically said. Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Okay.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Happens a lot though. It used to happen a lot in this country. An awful lot. Hemel Hempstead. Oh dear. I'm not going anywhere. Just looking around.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. No one answers.
Let's go. There's nothing to do here for us anymore.
Okay. Well, with that all said and done, that's all the time we've got for today. So thank you for watching, and we'll carry on and see what more. Kim, please. It's not the time. Yes, we'll proceed and see what else we can find. We're probably gonna have to roll over to the next day to get further information on the Wednesday, because it has occurred to me that I've been playing this game in such a scope of time that we're only on day 2, which is insane. But there we go. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.